Hey guys, Mario here. So I don't have anything really planned today. I'm kind of shooting from the hip. I was just in Panera getting a little breakfast, getting a little coffee. You know, it was a little something, overpriced, but I love it. And I was thinking to myself, I hope they're not going to make me wear a face mask, especially because I know the people at this Panera. And when I walked in without a face mask, they kind of looked at me like, and I was like, I have a breathing issue, my lungs, I can't wear a face mask, I can't be breathing my own carbon dioxide. And they were like, okay, whatever. And they let me do it. On the other hand, yesterday, I watched my friend Genevieve get assaulted, not physically, but verbally assaulted by employees and shoppers at the Pacific Palisades Trader Joe's in Los Angeles. Now, Pacific Palisades tends to be a pretty bougie area, but they wouldn't even let her in without a face mask. So she borrowed a face mask just to get in, and once she was in, she took her face mask off. She shopped, she did her thing, she got all kinds of side-eye, and then when she goes to check out, the checker, you need to wear your face mask before I check you out. Really? I've been shopping here this whole time. And I feel really bad telling people, oh, I have a lung issue, because it makes a mockery of the ADA. But at the same time, it kind of pisses me off because I see people with their nasty unruly dogs going, it's a service animal. It's not a service animal because I just watched it pee on a rug. Sorry. So I really feel bad about doing it, but I'm really kind of poo-poo it and just move on and try not to do it or make a mockery by using some other outlandish mask. In my case this morning, I happen to know the people and they were just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And I feel really awful about what happened to Genevieve, because not only did they call the police and tell her, oh, you're going to be escorted, blah, blah, blah. The police never showed up. But then there were shoppers calling her white trash, calling her, telling her she's going to make people sick, blah, blah. I'm sorry. Don't call people white trash, because even if they are white trash, they're still my friend. And yeah, anywho. The other thing, I studied microbiology, you guys. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I am by no means in stretch of the imagination am I an expert, but I did study microbiology, and not just in some BA, because when you look at things and say, oh, especially when you're online, they're like, oh, I have a degree in this, I have a degree in this. You have a BA. There's a difference. A BA is a bachelor's in arts, which means you kind of lightly touch the subjects. I was going for a BS, which is a bachelor's in science, which is what you would use to get into medical school, which is what you use to get into engineering school, which is what you use to go into some of these higher degrees of education and study. And even in those basic courses, I learned that coronavirus is a family of viruses. That was given. But here I'm online and they're telling me coronavirus is a killer. It is the killer. It is the only one. No, honey, there's a family of viruses. Not only did I learn that coronavirus was a family of viruses, I learned that we as humans need to have microflora and microfauna on our bodies. You have so many viruses on your hands, on your eyes, on your face, in your nose, in your lips, in your mouth, in your saliva, in your hair. We have viruses that protect us. Believe it or not, we live in symbiosis, which means that we live to help them and they live to help us. We live in unison with these microflora and microfauna to protect our bodies. When you take an antibiotic sometimes, it's been shown that you decrease the natural flora and fauna found on your body, which is one of the reasons why when you take a really strong antibiotic, you get the runs. And it's because the natural flora and fauna in your stomach are gone and they can no longer digest the food. So until the natural flora and fauna return, you get the yeah. And that's why people run on toilet paper when they get sick. Because it's not the flu that gets them. Oftentimes it's the other stuff. You've killed off your natural flora in your stomach and your body can't process it. Another example is thrush. If you've ever been around horses, you know what thrush is. But if you've never been around horses, we can also call it foot and mouth disease. It's another type of disease. It's a form of thrush. It's a fungus. It lives in your mouth. It already exists in your mouth. But the natural microflora and microfauna that exist in your mouth protect your mouth from a thrush explosion, from a flora overly producing and getting you infected. Now, if you're taking an antibiotic or you take some sort of, psyllin, whatever, I don't know, but it's going to cause your natural flora in your mouth. You will develop thrush. And this is what I've been trying to tell people. We need bacteria. And this is what Genevieve was telling the people at Trader Joe's. I need my bacteria. Humans are not designed to be living in sterile environments. Our bodies require this. The first studies, and this is what I learned in microbiology, the very first studies with regards to immunology and, virus suppression, they took dirt from outside, and they brought it into the lab, and they put it on petri dishes, and they saw, look, this virus prevents this virus, this bacteria prevents this virus, and blah, blah, blah. And so they found a lot of the original antibiotics, antivirals, original retro drugs came from the dirt. But you have the media telling us, don't go lay out in the sun on the beach, don't be laying on the dirt, don't be planting no gardens, don't be going outside. I'm sorry, the UV light is a sterilizing light, and the dirt is full of microflora and fauna that is good for us. So why wouldn't they want us to be outside? You're literally creating a population that is going to be sickly. I was talking to a friend this morning who has 5 children. 4 of the children spent lots of time outside. They always wanted to be outside. But that 5th child, the father was like, no, she got sick really young. I don't want her going out. I want her staying inside as much as possible. And they did. They did the father's wishes. She stayed inside most of the time, and she was kept away from the world. But guess what? Of the 5 children, she was the most sickly. Not because she was at home, but because she wasn't protected, because she didn't experience any sicknesses. So whenever she got a sickness, it was worse because she wasn't prepared for it. This is what I've been trying to tell people, and this is what I want you guys to tell people. I've been rallying since April 17th. It's been 3 weeks now, and I'm still not sick. I'm still not dead. I'm still standing here, and I hope to see every single one of you at some point at a rally this weekend, because we need to wake others up. They're taking down videos on YouTube. They're taking down videos on Venmo. They're taking videos everywhere. Anything that tells you the truth, they're taking it down. I love you all. I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.